For today's video lesson, we will discuss trigonometric functions. Given a point, find the 6 trigonometric functions of an angle. One way to find the values of trig functions for angles is to use the coordinates of points on the circle that has its center at the origin, letting the positive x-axis be the initial side of an angle, and you can use the coordinates of point where the terminal sides intersects the circle to determine the trigonometric functions. This figure shows a circle with a radius r that has an angle drawn in standard position. If you picture a right triangle formed by dropping a perpendicular segment from the point xy to the x-axis and forming now a right triangle, so we have here a right angle. Having this right triangle, the Pythagorean equation x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared can use now to find the missing side of this triangle. And based on this equation, and the coordinates of x and y, where the terminal side of the angle intersects the circle, the 6 trigonometric functions of angle theta are defined. So let's have now the 6 trigonometric functions. So let's start with sine theta, that is equal to y over r. Cosine theta equals x over r. Tangent theta equals y over x. And the 3 remaining trigonometric functions are the reciprocal of sine theta, cosine theta, and tangent theta. So let's have the reciprocal of sine theta, and that is cosecant theta. That is equal to r over y. For the reciprocal of cosine theta, we have secant theta, and that is equal to r over x. For the reciprocal of tangent theta, we have cotangent theta, and that is equal to x over y. And take note that no denominator may equal to 0. So let's have the first example. The terminal side of angle theta in standard position passes through point -3, -4. Draw theta and find the values of the 6 trigonometric functions of theta. If you're given a point and then you're asked to give the 6 trigonometric functions, the first thing that you must do is to plot this point on our Cartesian plane and create your triangle. So let's have our Cartesian plane. So we have here now, this area is, this one is the x-axis, while this one is our y-axis. Since you are given -3 and -4, since our point has the coordinates of -3 and -4, then your x is equal to -3 and y is equal to -4. So let's plot this point since that is -3 for the x value. So from the origin, we move left 3 units. So ito po yun. And then since we have y is equal to -4 from the origin, we move down 4 units. So ito po yun. And then pag-meet lang natin sila. So here now is the point. And that is -3 and -4. To create the triangle, you will draw a vertical line from the x-axis to the point -3, -4. And another from the origin to the point -3, -4. So we have now a triangle. So this one is our -3 and this one is our -4. And to draw the theta, here now is our theta. Since this one is drawn in standard position, so this one is our initial side and this one is our terminal side. So hanggang dyan po siya. So this one now is our theta. And if you will observe, we have the measure of this one, we have the measure of this side, but we don't have the value of this hypotenuse. Again, if you will observe, we created a right triangle. And meaning, this one now is our hypotenuse, and we will let that as r. And we don't know the value of that r. And since that is a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean equation, that is r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared to find the value of that r. And from this equation, let's derive a formula for r, and that is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared. Since we have the value of this x and this y, so i-replace natin yan. So, let's replace this x by negative 3. So, we have now negative 3 squared plus, we replace this y by negative 4. That's why we have negative 4 squared. And by simplifying this, we have now square root of negative 3 squared, that is equal to 9, plus negative 4 squared, we have 16. And when we add 9 and 16, we have square root of 25. Again, r is always positive since this one is an hypotenuse, meaning this is positive. So, always remember that r is always positive and r is equal to 5. By simplifying square root of 25, we will get r is equal to 5. Since we have now the value of that r, so x is equal to negative 3, y is equal to negative 4, and r is equal to 5, you will find now the 6 trigonometric functions. So let's start with sine theta, and that is equal to y over r. So let's replace this y by negative 4 and replace this r by 5. So we have now negative 4/5. And we can rewrite it as negative 4/5. So let's have, so that is the value of sine theta. Let's proceed to cosine theta, and that is the value of x over r. Let's replace x by negative 3 and r by 5. So we have now negative 3 over 5, or you can rewrite it also as negative 3/5. So that is the value now for our cosine theta. So let's have tangent theta. That is the value of y over x. So, we replace y by negative 4 and x by negative 3. So, we have now negative 4 over negative 3. And by simplifying this one, the value for tangent theta now is 4/3. So, let's have the other three remaining trigonometric functions, which are the reciprocal of sine theta, cosine theta, and tangent theta. So, let's have the reciprocal of sine theta. So, we have now cosecant theta, and that is equal to r over y. So, our r is 5 and y is negative 4. So, we have now 5 over negative 4, or you can write it also as negative 5/4. So, that is the value of your cosecant theta. Let's have the reciprocal of cosine theta, and that is secant theta, and that is equal to r over x. So, your r is 5, your x is negative 3, so you have now 5 over negative 3. And this one, you can rewrite it as negative 5/3, and that is the value for secant theta. For the reciprocal of tangent theta, we have cotangent theta. And for cotangent theta, we have x over y. We replace x by negative 3. We have y. We replace that by negative 4. And we have now negative 3 over negative 4. By simplifying this one, your cotangent theta now is 3/4. So, these are the 6 trigonometric functions. Let's have the second example. The terminal side of angle theta in standard position passes through point -6, 3. Draw theta and find the values of the 6 trigonometric functions of theta. Again, you're given a point and then you're asked to give the 6 trigonometric functions. First is, you need to plot this point and then draw our theta. So, let's have a Cartesian plane. So, here is our Cartesian plane. Again, this one is our x-axis and this one is our y-axis. Let's plot -6, 3. Since that is negative, this one, from the origin, we need to move 6 units to the left. So, here is our 6 units. And for the y-coordinate, we have a positive 3. And from the origin, we move upward. And then, ipagmimit lang natin. So, here now is the point. This one is -6, 3. And to draw your triangle, okay, draw a line from -6, 3 na point natin to the x-axis. So, here it is. Yan. And another line from the point -6 and 3 to the origin. Yan. So, we have now a right triangle. So, this one is a right angle. So, this side is equal to negative 6 and this side is positive 3. And we don't have the value of this side, which is the hypotenuse, and we let that using the variable r. We don't know the value of that. Okay, this time let's draw the theta. Since our theta is in standard position, this is our initial side and this one is our terminal side. Meaning, from this point, mag-move siya up to the terminal side, and that is now the value of your theta. And again, before finding the 6 trigonometric functions, you need to find the value of this r. And to find that, so let's have the solution of our problem. Since our point has the coordinates of negative 6 and 3, then your x is negative 6 and your y coordinate is 3. And since we're looking for the value of this hypotenuse or this r, and this is a right triangle, meaning we can use the Pythagorean equation, and that is r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. We need to derive the formula for r, and it becomes now r is equal to square root of x squared plus y squared. So let's replace the value of this x and y, and that is equal to, replace x by negative 6, that's why it becomes negative 6 squared, plus we replace this y by 3, that's why it becomes 3 squared, and by simplifying this, so we have now square root of negative 6 squared, that is equal to 36, plus 3 squared, that is equal to 9, and when we add 36 and 9, that is equal to square root of 45. Again, if that is a hypotenuse, the value of that should be positive, and r is always positive. Meaning, your r now is equal to 3 square root of 5. Since you have now the value of your r, let's find the 6 trigonometric functions. Your x is negative 6, your y is 3, and then your r is 3 square root of 5. So let's start with sine theta is equal to y over r. Replace this y by 3 and replace this r by 3 square root of 5. So here it is. So you have 3 over 3 square root of 5. You can cancel out 3 in numerator and 3 in denominator since they are both divisible by 3. So this 3 becomes 1. 3. This 3 also becomes 1. So we have now 1 over square root of 5. Again, we have a radical expression in the denominator, meaning we need to rationalize the expression by multiplying both numerator and denominator by square root of 5. And to simplify that, multiply 1 times square root of 5, that is equal to square root of 5. Square root of 5 times square root of 5, that is equal to square root of 25, and square root of 25 is equal to 5. Meaning, the value now of sine theta is square root of 5 over 5. Let's have cosine theta, and that is the value of x over r. Replace this x by negative 6 and replace this r by 3 square root of 5. And here it is. We have now negative 6 over 3 square root of 5. You can cancel 6 and 3 since they are divisible both by 3. This negative 6 becomes negative 2. This 3 becomes 1. And we have now negative 2 over square root of 5. We have here a radical expression. You need to rationalize it by multiplying both numerator and denominator by square root of 5. And by simplifying this one, negative 2 times square root of 5, you have negative 2 square root of 5. Square root of 5 times square root of 5, that is square root of 25. And square root of 25, that is equal to 5. Meaning, the value of the cosine theta now is negative 2 square root of 5 over 5. For the tangent theta, that is the value of y over x. Replace this y by 3, replace x by negative 6. So here it is. So you have 3 over negative 6. Pwede mo pa rin yan i-cancel since that is, these numbers are divisible by 3. This 3 becomes 1. This negative 6 becomes negative 2. So you have now negative 1/2 for tangent theta. Let's proceed to cosecant theta, that is equal to r over y. Replace this r by 3 square root of 5 and replace this y by 3. So you have now 3 square root of 5 over 3. Pwede mong i-cancel ang 3 at saka 3 sa denominator, magiging 1 na yan. And the final answer for the cosecant theta is square root of 5. For the second theta, that is equal to r over x. Replace this r by 3 square root of 5 and replace this x by negative 6. So here it is. You have 3 square root of 5 over negative 6. Pwede mo rin silang i-cancel. They are both divisible by 3. This 3 becomes 1. This negative 6 becomes negative 2. So you have now negative square root of 5 over 2 for the second theta. And for the cotangent theta, that is equal to x over y. Replace this x by negative 6 and y by 3. And here it is. You have negative 6 over 3. And when you divide negative 6 and 3, that is equal to negative 2. And that is the value for cotangent theta.